good? It's your boy Ike the Light. Welcome to another episode of Basketball and Bullshit. I got a special guest with me again, friend to the room, my brother Serge. What up, man?
What's up, man?
How you feeling?
I'm good. Listen,
He's looking kind of tired, man. What's up, man?
I'm working out here.
God damn, man. Don't work too hard, bro. This episode is brought to you, of course, by through2lives.com. That's THRU, the number 2, LIVES.com. Check them out on Instagram and Twitter. That's THRU, the number 2, LIVES. Also, this episode is brought to you by Amp Life. Shout out to Amp Life. You can also check them out on Instagram and Twitter. AMPL, the number 1, FE. Yo, my man, we're going to jump right into it. Because we just finished watching the final game, Game 6 of Toronto versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. And again, it was another punching. Game 5 was a smackaroo. This game was another punching. Yeah. Shout out to Mark. We had a wager last time we linked up.
What was that?
It was that if the Toronto Raptors get past Game 6 or they win the series, I owe him dinner.
Oh, okay.
So I owe you, my friend. I got you. Yo, what'd you think about this series, bro? Matter of fact, what'd you think about the final 2 games, Game 5 and Game 6? Let me pull the scores out for you. I know you watched the game already. Let me just reiterate what happened with the scores. The Game 5, Toronto got punched 116 to 78, right? And then now Game 6, they get punched 113 to 187, I believe. Yes. So, what do you think about the final 2 games of this series?
The final 2 games, I feel. I already knew the Cavs was gonna win.
Okay.
The talent they have is undeniable.
Okay.
It's undeniable. Toronto has no way of measuring up because they have no one that can literally guard LeBron James. They have to guard him as a team.
Yeah.
Which pulls them out in so many different directions that Cleveland has weapons.
Mad weapons.
To answer these different directions they're pulling you into. You know? LeBron is the gravity effect, you know? And everybody else is just the cause and effect of it.
So he pulls everybody in and he's got to dish it out where he wants.
And if you don't come in, he's running straight into the lane and go dunking it in. And when you don't have a player like Iguodala that can, guard him for a good 5 minutes, 2 minutes stretches here.
Out.
Yeah, they just don't have that type of player. LeBron is playing the block now like a center. Like, throw me the ball, let me just run in there and dunk it. Last game, there were 8 possessions in a row where he played high post and was just picking Toronto apart, bro. He played high post, then there was 2 screeners. So let's say he'll play high post, Carroll's guarding him. Kyrie will bring his man over and screen for Richard Jefferson's man. So Richard Jefferson will go around the screen, take the screen, and get a lob. Or get a little bucket pass, little bounce pass, pocket pass, and get a layup. Easy. So 8 different possessions of that shit, son. 8 different possessions. The reason they was picking apart Toronto, because Toronto has no height. Toronto's short. They have no length. Okay. They have no athleticism.
Okay.
Toronto looks like their animal instinct was caged. Like, they came into the series like, we're gonna lose anyways, but hey, we're here. Word. I felt like they was playing the Heat, and that was their finals. That was their Game 7.
That's when they were balling.
Exactly. Okay. They found a team that they can actually challenge them. Kyle Lowry is leaving with at least 20 or more points or 25 or more points every single game. He comes into this Cavaliers series and it's like, where did you go?
First 2 games he ain't show up at all. So.
And what you retired already? Yeah. You ready for vacation?
Yeah. Let me ask you a question though. Don't you think that if you know that you're going against the Goliath of the Eastern Conference, you should come out swinging off the jump?
No and yes, because if you come out swinging, you're gonna be gassed out.
Okay.
And if you hold out, they're just gonna run all over you. So it's you gotta pick and choose your poison. is let's take over. Let's win game 1. Mm-hmm. That's a must, right? Which you did. No, I don't.
No, they lost.
Yeah.
They lost both games.
And the crazy part about it is, Cleveland. I felt Toronto and Cleveland was pretty even that first game because Cleveland was coming off their break. Yeah. Their whole week break, a week and a half of non-basketball, just sitting at home watching TV, while Toronto just came off of a Game 7.
Yeah, but that first game, they got punched by like 30, though.
The only reason they got punched by 30 is because no. It's not the time to rest. They're still in the Heat series, mentally. They never closed the door and you know what? Let's open the next door to Cleveland.
Yeah, because if you think about it, the Heat series was finished on May 15th.
Exactly.
They jumped right into their bag on May 17th,
and they never closed the door in that series.
Never.
So it took them 2 games to their door to open up. Like, oh yeah, we're playing Cleveland now.
Yeah.
It's Kyrie should have seen it as I'm not playing LeBron James. You feel me?
Oh,
Kyle Lowry, you should have seen that as I'm not playing LeBron James, I'm playing Kyrie Irving.
Yeah.
You understand? Mm-hmm. So whatever Irving's going to put up, I'm going to put up. You know?
Match him.
And match him.
Yeah.
DeRozan should have been doing the same thing. Whatever LeBron put up, I'm going to put up.
DeRozan had a pretty solid series because he was busting Shumpert ass and he was busting J.R. Smith ass.
I was happy DeRozan was doing that because, once again, I've been telling everybody, Toronto... Literally, his Toronto superstar is DeRozan. It's always been DeRozan. He's been there the longest. He's been literally carrying the team. And the fact that they're in the finals just puts a bigger spotlight on him. And he should get paid for it. He should be getting $100 million check.
Woo! $100 ticket?
$100 ticket. Like he should be getting that James Harden effect. Because Toronto's the only team in Canada. And he's the only superstar that showed up every day in and day out.
Yeah, he's been balling.
But the only problem I have with DeRozan is he's not a leader. You feel me?
Too laid back.
He's too laid back. He's too friendly with everybody. I would, if it was me, I'd have been in Lowry's face like, what's going on? If you're not gonna play, sit down.
Or put Corey Joe in here.
Let me play with the bench.
Yeah.
Because you're not doing anything to help. How much turnovers you just had just now?
Yeah.
Because of every single missed shot, they scoring.
Oh, they're a fast break squad.
Exactly.
They on that break, bro.
I mean, I think off of Kyle Lowry alone, they scored like 18 points.
Lowry's play in this series, man. This shit is like damn near remedial, bro. He's playing like he's in the PSAL. So.
Exactly. And the worst part about it is when you see their body language during the media after the game, it's like you can see they already clocked out.
You know what's crazy? In the press conference earlier today, before the loss, fucking Kyle Lowry was like, "Yo," they asked him, "Yo, how do you feel about this game today?" Kyle Lowry was like, "Yo, you know what? I'm not nervous. It's just another day." If it's me on that press conference, yo, we coming out swinging, boss. I'm not with the shits tonight.
Oh, man, I told you. I feel like this. If you're a player that goes into the NBA, if you don't get it within your 5 or 4 years into the NBA, the hunger that you have of I want to win because it's basketball, the passion, it's gone. It's punched out of you because now it's just work. This is your everyday life to get a check, And then once you hit that 6 years, 7 years,
you a vet.
Exactly.
Take my money.
Yeah, let me see what I can do. If I can, bring my game a little bigger to get a bigger check to feed my family.
So you saying after that 4 year mark, you're not trying to get better. You're coasting.
Exactly.
Okay.
You're going towards retirement because you see the future, everything's set for you. That's where Lowry is right now. He's relaxed.
Got his money.
Exactly. And the minute he went to Toronto and they gave him that check, and he saw he was a celebrity within the country, and he was like, like a LeBron James is what he is to Cleveland. He's Toronto is he put his big shoes on.
Yeah.
Toronto was number 1 at some point in the East.
Yeah, they were. They were over the Cavs for a little bit.
I was sitting down. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Who's on a team like this? And it's just 2 All-Stars.
Yeah. And the All-Star game was in Toronto. He's the man right now. Him and DeRozan, the 6.
The thing is, what Toronto's management has to do now is see what the Thunder is doing and mimic that. They have to put players who can score, who are high energied, and who can do the 50-50 balls in the air.
That's a good segue. Who does the Thunder have that can do those things?
Because the Thunder has Serge Ibaka, whose game got better. I didn't think he was going to get a jump shot. He went and got a jump shot.
He went and got himself a 3-ball.
Yeah, he went and got himself a 3-ball.
Yeah, 3-ball, he did.
You know, like, not only is he a force in the center of the NBA.
Well,
you know,
some people would say that he lost his post game after he got the 3-ball. Though.
No, it's not that he lost his game. It's he's too good for the post now. He has to. When I mean he's too good for the post now is the players that he's playing with.
Yeah,
he can't be in the center in the post. Westbrook needs the lane. He can't be there. He's gonna be blocking Westbrook.
Okay.
And then you have Durant who needs the lane.
Okay.
So he can't be there no more. So he has to change his game, or they're gonna trade him to another location on the court, and he's done that. Thunder doesn't have a player like that. They don't have
Toronto.
Toronto doesn't have a player like that.
Patrick Patterson was supposed to be that nigga, and he shit his pants today. He missed every 3-pointer he took.
Yeah,
every 3-pointer.
You're right,
and that's what he's on the court for. He don't play no defense.
Correct.
He don't grab balls like that. He's not no rebounding ass nigga. He missed every 3-pointer that he was supposed to make. Every corner 3 wide open, he missed. Serge Ibaka's knocking at least 2 of them down out of 5.
Correct.
You feel me?
The thing is with Toronto is coaching. I would say
Dwayne Casey.
Their coaching is lackluster. Lackluster.
Dwayne Casey's lackluster?
You know why?
Or the entire coaching staff?
The whole coaching staff. I'm not gonna blame just on the one coach.
Okay.
I'm gonna say the whole coaching staff.
Okay.
Because we talk about the difference between the playoffs and the regular season.
Yeah.
And the regular season, you're just playing. You know, you come out with a game plan, you execute, and you go home. In the playoff, it's a different animal. It's a whole different systems. You have to change within the game, and you got to do it when you're not in the game. So when you're sitting down with your team and you're telling them this is what we're going to execute, this is what we're going to execute, there has to be at least like 4 boards.
Yeah.
In the game, what we're going to do, what we see, what we're going to attack, and this is our game plan. You can't have Biyombo grabbing at least 25 rebounds, and he's not scoring.
Go back up with that.
And if Biyombo can grab at least 25 rebounds, why is he not doing it every single game? And if he has a body on him, right, that means there's an offensive player looking for Biyombo to throw a body on him. On offense. So with Biyombo being there on the weak side or strong side, you would send Biyombo to pick and roll 24/7.
That's what they were doing game 2 and 3. Like at home, no, 3 and 4.
3 and 4.
They were really doing the pick and roll thing.
But they should have did the in-game switch in 1 and 2 instead of 3 and 4. The coaching staff is picking it up way too late.
Yeah.
Okay. And I can't say yo the players closed the doors. The coaching staff was still on the heat as well.
Yeah.
They started doing a little adjustments in 3 and 4, and then 5 and 6 they didn't do any adjustments. No. They were like, yo, game's over.
That's exactly what I was thinking, especially when LeBron ran those same plays back to back.
Man,
I'm like, yo, my man Casey, what's popping? You don't see that this nigga's doing these same things
over and over. And the crazy part about it is, I know Tyronn Lue is not a he's not a coach. He's not a coach. Let's get that clear. Maybe he's good in drills, telling people, because the thing I see what Cleveland is doing is they have different positions doing the same thing as other positions, which is amazing. You have Kevin Love is able to be a point guard and a power forward as well. Mm-hmm. You have LeBron James, who's able to be a small forward and a point guard as well.
Mm-hmm.
You got Kyrie Irving, who's able to be a point guard.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have sometimes they have Shumpert being a point guard.
Mm-hmm.
Then they have what's his name, J.R. Smith being a point guard. So they have all these different players in all these different positions able to pass the ball and play the point guard position. So they actually don't lose the structure of their game plan. If they want a pick and roll, let's have J.R. Smith give LeBron James a pick. Let's have Kyrie Irving give LeBron James a pick. And we'll still run the same play over and over and over in different angles to where no one can switch. So Toronto in that case should see that and say, you know what we're going to do? We're going to look at their play. Not the personnel. The play. Because if we interrupt the play, then the players of Cleveland is going to switch up.
They have to, then they get discombobulated.
They're not going to switch up to a point where we're not going to run the play. They're going to get to a switch up where they act like themselves. LeBron James can't pass the ball. He's either going to take it in or he's going to shoot it. So the player who's guarding him has to not push him, come closer so he can't get the shot. So he has to go in. So we have to double. You know? So if LeBron James is going into the lane, you make sure LeBron James pass that ball.
Yeah, but if you pass that ball, look who's surrounding LeBron James. Kyrie, J.R. Smith. These guys have all been reduced to spot-up shooters, my dude.
Exactly. See, the thing is with LeBron is what I've been saying for a long time. I was like, yo, it's just like Rondo playing with the Celtics. You're going to have these players that surround you that's going to be in set locations at set times. You know? If they're not moving parts, you know where they are on the court.
Okay.
You know, so that's why when you see Cleveland having everybody backdoor, because everybody's used to J.R. Smith being right there.
Yeah.
So we can play the passing lanes. But if J.R. back cuts.
So I get what you're saying. You're saying that once you forget the player, once you disrupt the play, everybody gets back to their natural instincts of whatever the fuck they do. So you see Kyrie go off on ISO motion.
ISO motion, one-on-one.
You see LeBron either shoot or try to jam it down
your throat.
And then you're going to see Kevin Love trying to post up and do something else. Okay,
so the thing is, you want them passing the ball around. That's a must. Because if they passing the ball around, they're looking for the open player. They're not playing their basketball game of the one-on-one. I'll take you because Kevin Love can take you, Kyrie Irving can take you, LeBron James. They have a whole set of players that can take you one-on-one.
Yeah, everybody except for Tristan Thompson.
Exactly. Yeah. So the Cleveland Cavaliers are running sets. They're running plays. So if they're running set plays, that means it's literally the coaching system of Cleveland is beating teams, not the individual players. It's when you see the Cavaliers score at least 20-something threes on the same play. We're going to pass it here, we're going to pass it here, we're going to pass it here, we're going to pass it back. That's coaching.
Yeah.
We have players that's able to do it, so we're going to do it.
Now, you were talking about how the Toronto Raptors don't have the guys who get the 50-50 balls like the Thunder.
Yeah.
Who on the Thunder other than Serge Ibaka? I know Serge Ibaka, you know, he got his money, so he looked like he's chilling a little bit, but this series he turned up a little bit. Who else on the Thunder is going to get that 50-50 ball? I know Robinson's willing to do it. We see that even though Dion Waiters, people shit on Dion Waiters, I believe he's able to do that too.
Dion Waiters, literally, I think the most he's ever worked in his whole life was college.
He was fucking ass at Syracuse, though. He was wild.
That was the only time he's ever worked for basketball at all.
You don't think he's working hard now?
In the NBA, he's chilling.
No, I've never seen his series though. He's been turning up. His series.
He's been doing literally mediocre things.
What?
Yo, I've seen him do more in college than I've seen him do in the NBA.
Well, you gotta do more in college.
And the playoffs. Yeah, I've seen him.
Look, I don't believe so.
When everybody be like, "Oh my God, Dion Waiters is doing this," I'm like, "Yo, have you seen him in Syracuse?"
Yeah, but in Syracuse,
he's only doing this for at least 30 seconds, 50 seconds. In Syracuse, he was doing it for long stretches.
He was actually playing defense in Syracuse.
Yeah,
I think I was telling the guys on the last podcast that, yo, listen, if I'm Dion Waiters and the Warriors are trying to hide Steph Curry on defense and he's guarding me, then yo, I'm telling Durant, I'm telling Westbrook, yo, let me put this little nigga in the post, bro.
No, because the reason with if you notice, the defense of the Warriors are based on players taking advantage of Stephen Curry. So if you see, because you got to understand, the Warriors put a great defensive three-point shooting team around Stephen Curry. You got Draymond Green, then you got Iguodala, you got sometimes you have you have Klay Thompson. They have what's his name? The center.
Spades? Not Spades.
They got Spades. These are defensive scoring guys.
Okay.
And Stephen Curry's defense is not that much. He plays the passing lane more than anything else.
Yeah, he's a ball watcher.
You know, so if you go at Stephen Curry, the team can play defense on you. Because they're all talking to each other like, I got him. You know? So Stephen Curry could be like, I'm going to let him go. Because I'm going to rotate to your man if you stop him. You understand? So, like, if they do that and you take the lane, Iguodala will go and Stephen Curry will go to Iguodala's man. Because if you miss, they're going to catch the ball.
Out.
And who's the first person out? Stephen Curry.
Yeah.
Because Stephen Curry's like...
He's a guard, nobody.
Exactly. He's like, go. The reason I want you to go, because I want to go down there and shoot. And then we get the ball and we're going to do it again. So if you make it, because it's a 50-50 ball, because now you're playing a 1-on-4, you know, or a 2-on-4.
Now, let me ask you this, though, because... Let me shoot this out to you. Because when I see Stephen Curry, like, he'll be literally guarding nobody on the court. Like, he'll be guarding the worst offensive player on their team. I'm like, all right, listen, let me ISO this guy. And if push comes to shove, y'all, either Stephen Curry's going to foul me, or I'm going to get double teamed. If Waiters get doubles teamed, I don't know if his ball IQ is up there to be ready to pass it to Durant, Westbrook, or Cantor or Serge, whoever's open. But if he gets double teamed, that option is still there. What people gag on the Waiters about is that he don't really pass the ball. His IQ's not really up there like that. As we saw when Durant was balking on him a few games ago.
I got you. I'm going to tell you exactly what the Warriors do, because I've seen the Warriors do this. They'll let you score on Stephen Curry maybe once, two or three times, right? And you'll see Steve Kerr call a timeout straight right after, and they'll put Stephen Curry off of somebody else. And that person will see that they threw Stephen Curry on somebody else, or like they literally put him back at his position, at the point guard position, and he'll go against Westbrook. Westbrook will go at Stephen Curry, will score, and the minute they do that, the Warriors will literally take a quick shot. Because they want to take your mindset of, let me attack Stephen Curry. So they want to make you run. And that's what high school coaches used to do to players. You know when high school coaches, when you don't listen, they be like, yo, get on the line, everybody. Yo, let me get what do they make you do? 17. They'll make you do drills, suicides, because you're not paying attention. So Steve Kerr sees it as, okay, they're going to attack Steph Curry. Yo, let's make them run. Shooting gun. Any open shot you see, take it. You'll see Draymond Green not go into the paint. He'll stop at a 3-point line like, yo, give me the ball. Let me shoot it.
Pull up.
Let's pull up.
And run right back
and let's run back down. Let's make them run.
See if they can really sustain
that game plan.
Yeah,
so
that's what you're saying.
They literally they play against your mind. And that's why I feel like, yo, the best team for them was the Thunder. Was either the Thunder or the Spurs, because the Spurs is well disciplined,
and they'll play their game no matter how
whatever you want to do. It doesn't matter what you want to do.
Play their game.
They're gonna play their system, you know, and they're gonna suck you into their system
as much as they can.
And just
that's what fucking Thunder up a little bit, man. It's like, yo, they were literally playing into their system well.
And the crazy part is, if the Spurs, everybody on the Spurs was in their prime, nobody was making to the finals but the Spurs.
Yeah, it'd be
just to see veterans have, you have to show these veterans this much respect it's amazing.
Now, since we're talking about Steph Curry's defense, though, Westbrook and Durant at the press conference at the last game, was that game 5 loss? They asked him, "What do you feel about Steph Curry's defense?" And then this nigga Westbrook is laughing. He's like, "What defense is talking about, right?" And then Durant alludes to, this nigga don't guard nobody.
Yeah, because Durant said basically, because the last play of the game, Stephen Curry was playing. I mean, it wasn't the last. It was the last few sequences, and Steph Curry happened to be guarding Kevin Durant. Mm-hmm. And the only reason Steph Curry's guarding Durant is because Steph Curry likes to be the first person back on defense. Mm-hmm. And when he's the first person back on defense, the whole team is up there because they're the first defenders. Mm-hmm. And they pick and choose who they want to defend. So Iguodala goes choose Westbrook. Draymond goes choose somebody else. And Steph Curry literally looks surprised that he has to guard Durant. And he looks at his teammates like, alright, y'all put this on me?
That would be bad if he scored, dog. It was like a 10-inch height difference.
You know, it was, what? 10-inch height difference? Way more than that. It looked like a little kid against an adult. It was so...
The kid and his dad.
Exactly. It was so wrong. That the minute I seen it, I was like,
he scored?
No! Steph Curry stripped the ball from Kevin Durant, which was amazing.
Oh, where?
The reason why Steph Curry stripped the ball from Durant was Westbrook came over. I don't know why Westbrook came over.
You gotta let that ISO. Let that boy do his thing. You gotta let him ball on him. You gotta let him handle him.
Oh, because Durant was having a hell of a night, you know, and the score was still close. Yeah, I think it was down like 6 or 7 points, and I was like, oh yeah, this is going in. Let's think about the next play, right? Because I was like, yo, if Thunder can, I was like, last night I was like, I know Thunder wasn't gonna win because they want to win at home. They want to bring that energy back home, or at least they want to just let me relax because we're gonna close the door in this series, and we got a monster to go play in the East.
Yeah,
you know, and that's a different monster, than anything else. And I feel like that last sequence, Kevin Durant was just like, give me the ball.
I need that. I got like 37, 36 right now.
And Westbrook had no problem giving him the ball. But it was that KD looked at everybody else to see where everybody was going. Mm-hmm. And Westbrook is like, yo, you wasting time, B. Let me give him the ball back. Yeah, while he's walking to him, Durant's like, yo, I'm going to go right. While he's going into Westbrook. And
it just happened. Sure.
It just showed that you can stick your hand in there.
Anybody could have got that. It was miscommunication.
Exactly.
But they chopped it up to be Steph Curry being some kind of defensive.
No, it wasn't happening.
It was miscommunication.
It was definitely miscommunication. Because Steph Curry would have got that 3 on his head.
Oh, yeah, light work.
Because Durant wasn't even going for the 3-point shot. Because Westbrook was coming, he was like, I'm going to go into the paint.
Yeah, post him up. That's light work.
He was literally about to LeBron Steph Curry. He was about to just bulldozer, cock it back. Draymond, take this to the house.
What do you see for this series though? Like, how do you feel the series is gonna go? Because right now it's 3-2, right? One more game that can make or break this series.
Actually, the game's over because the Thunder showed one weakness I've been talking about for years for Golden State. They have literally no inside presence.
None.
And because you have no inside presence,
you live by the 3, you die
by the 3. Yeah. So it's literally the Thunder's coaching staff, and players got together and said, all together in one room. I feel like they had a big luncheon, bro. And they got together and said, we're gonna run them off the 3-point shot. We don't care about the little mid-range jump shot.
Because we can match them on it.
We can match them on that.
No threes.
No threes. That's it. For at least like 2 or 3 stretches. And we got centers.
They got big boys. Adams is a beast, dog. That nigga's a wild man.
Yo, Adam is dunking on people.
Ibaka. Yo,
KD. The whole team's dunking on everybody, bro.
But you know what's even worse is that there is no defensive inside presence on the other end either. So there's no for the Warriors. The Warriors have no. Their presence inside offensively and defensively is garbage. Yo,
the garbage is literally they showed like, yo, you can't win by guard play. It's over. It's over for that guard play. Out play. And you know what I felt like? This is Thunder's year. Westbrook and KD's finally healthy.
And finally in tune.
They No. They've been in tune. They never been healthy at the same damn time
in the playoffs.
You know,
only that first year when they lost to Miami.
Exactly.
But they had Harden. Harden was.
But then again, Harden was another head case. He was a superstar who wanted to be on his own team.
Yeah. And they had that whole shit about the money.
Exactly. He was messing up everything.
He wanted to go. And Ibaka wasn't that nigga he was today.
Exactly.
That was a very raw Thunder team.
That raw Thunder team went far.
They did. They went to the finals.
That was far.
They went to the finals.
Raw too. Straight out of college, 2 years.
So think about it like this, right? 2011, you have the Thunder team who beat. Was it 2011? No, 2012. It was the Thunder team that lost to the Heat. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. That Thunder team, 4 years later, with some of the key pieces, the 3 key pieces that were on the team, stayed there. Through and through the battles, bro. 4 years later, they may have a chance to get to the finals as a better squad than they were in 2012, bro.
Nah, I can't say that. I can't say a better squad. I think the 2012 squad will beat this squad. Nah. I think so.
You know why not?
Why?
Because Harden didn't know who Harden was at that point, bro.
But the thing is, it was poetry in motion, man. Let me tell you this, bro.
That sensitive shit.
Let me tell you this,
poetry in motion, man.
It was the pieces of James Harden, KD, and Westbrook was so perfect back then. When Westbrook would go wild and he would probably throw away like 2 or 3 turnovers, the ball went straight to James Harden's hands.
Yeah.
Control Westbrook. Cage him a little bit.
Yeah.
You know? And Westbrook would go, after not scoring, Westbrook would become a defensive player.
That's true. Westbrook was a better defender back then than he is now. But Westbrook did not have that mid-range. Westbrook did not have that little pull-up mid-range. He gets money on, son.
Correct. But James Harden made up for that.
James Harden did make up for that. But
KD had way better sets with James Harden and Westbrook. He was coming off. He literally came off the screen. Before he came off the screen, the ball was already in the air coming to him. He just caught it and threw it in.
Yeah, but KD wasn't the ISO nigga he is now. Then, bro.
Man,
KD was, like you said, V-cut, screen, take the shots.
It was, when I mean it was, look, it was like, you couldn't tell what the Thunder was going to do. That 2012.
They had too many people.
Yeah, too many guns.
That's true.
They was coming off of screens. They was throwing alleys. They was blocking. They was stealing on half court. That team looked like a superstar team. We said, yo, if they stayed together for 4 more years,
they'll be in the fight. They'll be in this position.
They would be the new Bulls, bro.
No.
What?
No way.
They would be the new Bulls.
Stop it.
Who would stop them?
Okay.
Who would stop them?
You know what? I understand what you're saying because when we look in retrospect, Harden is a top 15 player right now.
Exactly.
Right? Maybe top 10. Shout out to Mark and Marcus because we and Kenny. Maybe top 10. I still have Lowry.
No. Maybe top 10. Maybe
top 15 definitely.
Exactly. And then you have Westbrook top 5. KD top 5. You tell me that's the new Bulls right there.
Yeah, they were balling.
And then the crazy part about it, Luke Longley would be like the Ibaka, bro. The blocking shots, the rebounds, the center, nobody coming in here.
Nobody.
It would be a wrap.
So, but who do you feel is gonna like really grab hold? Do you think the Warriors have a chance to beat them at home, son?
No.
It's over tonight.
It's over.
Tomorrow night.
It's over. The minute I knew it was over is when I seen the Thunder, I told you, had that meeting, and the light bulb went off.
Yeah.
And it was like, why are we shooting threes with them? We can shoot threes. We can match them on threes. Yeah. Actually, they'll be a little bit better, but
they can't get to the paint.
But they can't get to the paint. If we can get to the Baja and run them off like 4-3 stretches, you know, we drop it at least like 3 or 6 threes.
That's it.
We'll match them in threes.
And you know what's crazy? The crazy part about it is that although they have no inside presence, they don't really have the motherfucker who's gritty enough to get to the basket like a Westbrook or a Dion Waiters. Klay Thompson shows it sometimes, but
Nah,
they don't have
I feel like Klay Thompson, he's caged. He's definitely caged. He should be at Stephen Curry's level. And I feel like...
Do you think he should be at... I won't say Stephen Curry. Do you think he should be at Harden's level? Because he reminds me of a Harden a little bit. If you really put it in perspective, he could do a Harden.
I would put him in a Harden class. Yeah, I would do that. Mm-hmm. But he should be in a Stephen Curry's class. I feel like he's not pushing himself anymore. Like, Steph Curry was with him. They was on the same level. They were the Smash Brothers.
And now Steph Curry in the band.
You know, it's a one-man band, man. Steph Curry goes down, and it's like, what is the Warriors going to do? What do you mean? They still have Klay Thompson.
But Klay steps up when Steph Curry's down.
Exactly, when Steph Curry's down. The last game, he stepped up for a good stretch. It's I think the media jumped behind Steph Curry. Yeah. They should have jumped behind the Splash Brothers. Yeah, but then again, it's Steve Kerr. Like, Klay, son, you look like you laid back. What's wrong with your face? You have another facial expression, all right? Yeah. You're not Derrick Rose. You're smart.
Derrick Rose don't smile for shit, bro.
I don't get it. He don't yell.
He's like, fuck it, man.
You know what?
90 M's.
I put him in the lane with Tracy McGrady with that lazy eye. Chilling.
Fuck it.
Like, this is a regular game. Like, yo,
and Tracy McGrady is a fucking monster. He could be a monster, son.
He should be a monster.
Do you think that these niggas break up if they don't win the chip this year?
No, they definitely don't. They already won one. Why would they break up? They're just gonna add to the veterans that they have to their team. Mm-hmm. They're just gonna change personnel like that, like Spades.
You know,
they're probably gonna look for a younger Iguodala if they can find one.
They can look for a better small forward, definitely.
You know, because I can't lie, Ig. He's one person. Yeah, he's a good player, but he's one person that didn't show up. He didn't show up for this series. I think he showed up the last game in the series. Mm-hmm. He didn't show up all series. And
he gotta go. He has a tough task.
I know, but then again, like I told you, that light bulb in your head got to go off. Like if KD is working so hard on offense, make him work hard on defense.
Their system is not ISO motion.
I know their system is not like that, but make KD run out.
Ain't nobody's running out for Iguodala. You let Iguodala shoot him.
Exactly, and Dave, because of that, because no one runs out for Iguodala, I feel the coaching staff didn't pick up on that. They picked up on that way too late because Iguodala started dropping threes.
Yeah, a couple games ago.
Games ago. You feel me? Nobody's running out for him because they worry about Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson.
That's the two main focuses.
Come on. They should have picked that up on the first 3 games.
Do the Warriors have a great two-way player like the way the Thunder have great two-way players?
Yes, they have that. They have Klay Thompson. I told you, Klay Thompson doesn't...
He plays defense. Yeah.
He plays defense.
He's a very good two-way player, but he's not a Westbrook two-way player.
No.
He's not a Durant two-way player.
See, like, once again, like I told everybody, Westbrook and Durant is like Dwayne Wade in his prime and LeBron James. Mm-hmm. It doesn't make any sense. Mm-hmm. But the fact that they came in at the same time and they you know what I mean?
They were together.
Exactly. Yeah, everybody just looks over that. But you have 2 top 5 players on a team.
Same team, yeah. That's true. There's no other team with 2 top 5 players.
2 top 5 players.
There's no. There's no other team with 2 top 5 players.
So when I look at the numbers and I'm seeing both of them walking away with 30 points, 11 rebounds, 10 assists, I'm like, okay, guys, I understand what's going on in this league, but this is ridiculous, all right?
Yo, you know what's crazy that you just brought that up? I think that they're the only team with 2 top 10 players
ever, bro.
Because check this out: if you go through the list of teams that have like top 2 top 15 or 2 top 20 players, you Warriors, yes, and you can probably say the Heat, maybe, and you can say the Cavs.
Yeah.
The one top 5 player on the Cavs, 1 top 5 player on the Warriors. Mm-hmm. 2 top 5 players on the Thunder. Mm-hmm. Nobody else on the Cavs or the Warriors is on the top 10 because Klay and Kyrie aren't on the top 10 list.
But what's his name? Kevin Love is.
Kevin Love ain't no top 10. Fuck no.
Kevin Love.
He's not even top 20, my nigga.
He's top 5 in point power forwards.
Well, that's one position. No, he's not. He's not even top 5 in power forwards, bro. He's not top 5 in power forwards.
Come on now. How not?
Anthony Davis.
And we're talking about Kevin Love before he came to the Cleveland Cavaliers? Kevin Love
no.
At the Cleveland Cavaliers?
At Cleveland.
Okay.
At Cleveland. He's not top 5 power forwards, son. You got Anthony, you got Blake.
For a person, if he's not top 5, he's definitely top 10.
Yeah.
And mind you, he's top 10 not even showing up. He's chilling.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, he should be like 6 men off the bench for how much work he's putting in on the floor as a starter.
That's bullshit.
Come on now. He should be top 5.
But the Thunder do have 2 top 5 players on the same squad. That's why, and I called it. I said the Thunder's gonna win in 6 or 7. I called that.
Come on now.
But let's just say hypothetically,
in their prime too, at the same time.
Yeah, they're in their
mind you, 2012 they were the youngest team.
They were them niggas. They were them young.
They
boys.
were like 21. The oldest person was 23.
They were the young boys. If that.
They were like 23.
Durant's 27 right now.
Exactly. Westbrook is like 27, 28.
Yeah.
If they all stay together, they're gonna retire together.
If they win a chip this year,
exactly,
they got another 7 years.
Come on now, that's Hall of Fame going in together.
Now let me ask you a question though. Thunder win, right? Mm-hmm. They play the Cavs. How do you see that series turning up?
That was in the air. That's a 50-50. You feel me?
I think that this will be their toughest opponent yet. The Cavs. Because remember, if the Thunder beat the Spurs and they beat the Warriors, yo, Cleveland better watch out.
This is. I don't think Cleveland, right? I mean, if the Warriors, if the Thunder plays at a high level, like they're playing right now for the championship, I think Cleveland's gonna enjoy it. Because I think they haven't been enjoying.
Ain't no comp yet.
There's no competition at all. They literally been lackluster all season. They've been lackluster the whole playoffs. They're bored. They're literally bored.
But do you think that they will handle that type of pressure coming from the West? Because think about it like this. I think of it as a cage match.
You know what? I'll put it as Cleveland would win. You know why?
What?
They haven't been pressured. No back against the wall. Been chilling all season.
Yeah.
No one's been putting it to them. And Kyrie Irving has to watch out. Westbrook will run right through you, bro.
No. He can't guard that.
You know? And
he can't guard that.
Mind you, the worst part about it is vice versa.
It is vice versa.
They can't guard each other.
We don't got to put Westbrook on him. And J.R. Smith, you put J.R. Smith on Westbrook, J.R. Smith is getting his ass bust. Because you see what they did?
You put J.R., you can literally, matter of fact, the only player that's probably going to have a tough time is going to be LeBron James.
He can't guard Durant. We've seen it happen. We've seen Durant bust his ass. We've seen it happen, bro. And Durant, I don't think LeBron James is gonna. He can't be effective on both sides of the floor if he's guarding a high caliber player like Durant, son. We see it all the time.
You know what? This is where the ball stops. You feel me? This is where everybody's ideas or ideology. You feel me? Everything goes out through the window. It's like ball up, no coaching. Ball up.
Let's do it. Like, guess what?
Who wants it more?
Because check it out. The matchups are nearly even across the board.
Nearly.
You have Westbrook versus Kyrie. I think Westbrook has over Kyrie by a peg or two. You have Durant and LeBron. They equal. In my opinion, they're equal. Kevin Love and Ibaka. That's going to be a good matchup because Ibaka is more physical than Patrick Patterson. You feel me? He's more physical than Millsap. He's more physical than Tobias Harris. These are niggas that Kevin Love was balling on in the playoffs.
Kevin Love is going to have a tough time.
You're going to have a real tough time. Then you got to keep Steven Adams off the boards. Tristan Thompson's... Come on, son. Tristan Thompson is a very good rebounder. You got to keep a nigga like...
Tristan Thompson's going to have a tough...
And then when Adams ain't in, you put Cantor in who could play ball.
You know who's going to have a tough time? Actually, the X factor for Thunder, it's gonna be Dion Waiters.
Yeah. Oh, he got to go off on his whole squad. He got to go off.
He's gonna be the super X factor. But the thing about it, their X factor is even better than the Thunder's X factor.
Who's their X factor?
J.R. Smith.
It's the same nigga. It's the same nigga.
And then the other X factor for Cleveland would have to be what's his kid's name? Not only J.R. Smith, their other X factor is gonna be Jason Richardson with the veteranship.
Oh, Richard Jefferson.
Okay. Yeah, because he's been through this. He's balled before.
Yeah.
You know,
he's old as shit.
Exactly. And the other X factor for Cleveland is this tall 3-shooting boy, Shannon Brown, who came out of retirement because LeBron James keep knocking on his door.
He's a tall fuck that shoots threes.
It's gonna be that lineup right there that. Because they can stretch out the Thunder because of Shannon Fry and Kevin Love playing at the same damn time. Because if the minute they do that, the Thunder loses their height advantage.
Yeah, but they're not using their height advantage if they're just going to be at the 3-point line pulling.
Look, you have Shannon Fry on the 3-point line, and you have Kevin Love at the base. Or you can have Kevin Love on the other side, and you can have Shannon Fry on the other side. That whole paint is exposed to LeBron James going through you. That whole paint is exposed to Kyrie crossing you and going to the lane.
Yeah, but listen, Kyrie has to get past niggas like Russell Westbrook. LeBron has to get past Durant. Yo, you gotta get past them, bro. You have to get past them.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. The minute LeBron gets that first step, you'll see it every single game. KD lets him go. He don't want business with a grown man. He don't want business with. He's gonna be like, all right, let's go. Let me hit it. I'm gonna tell you right now, Westbrook he's probably the only person who's gonna keep on playing defense all the way to the basketball hoop. But then again, I have so much faith into Kyrie's finger rolls, up and runs. He's so creative around the back. Yo, this is the first point guard who's literally made the layup look so easy. Allen Iverson made it look so hard. I'm telling you,
crash into the you get hit, but that's a different ball game back then. The niggas would get hit, walk up like, all right, fuck it.
I feel you, but Kyrie Irving, I feel like he's throwing it up and it's going in.
Now, I don't think that the 3-point aspect of that game is gonna affect the Thunder if they beat the Warriors.
Yes, it will.
If they beat the Warriors, why would it affect them? The Warriors are the best 3-point shooters in the league.
Look, I'm gonna tell you how. First things first. LeBron James crashing near Shannon Fry area, where one of the centers is going to have to be guarding Shannon Fry. They're going to crash on LeBron James, regardless, because they're going to want to stop LeBron. LeBron's going to toss to the Shannon Fry. That's a 3-point shot. They're going to run it down. Serge Ibaka has to shoot the 3 with someone at least 4 or 5 feet away from him, maybe 3 feet. Maybe. They can't guard him up 1 foot away where they're like an arm length away and Serge Ibaka shoots a 3.
Okay.
So that player, Shannon Fry, can cheat. So now you have an extra player playing the passing lane or stopping the player from going the overhead because he's a 7-footer. You can't toss a ball over him, around him, or in his area. So that already limits the nature of the 3 ball.
But I think that the Warriors are much quicker than the Cavs. So when they rotated out to Ibaka was still hitting them 3s.
I mean, we'll see if Ibaka can. Because you gotta understand, the crowd is gonna play into that. Intensity is gonna play into that.
Do you think speed beats length?
I don't think there's gonna be a lot of speed.
It's gonna be slower than the Warriors.
Definitely.
Yeah, much slower than the Warriors.
Definitely. And the Thunder's been playing that pace for like a couple of games now, and it's taking a toll on them. They're slowing down. They had to slow down this last game to not win it. 2, go to the next game, 2, try to win it. And then they have to go straight into playing LeBron. So it's taking a toll on them.
And LeBron and them, the niggas just keep blowing
they get they've been bored. Like I told you, since the first time I seen the lineup, I was like, oh my god, I've never seen a squad like this. Who let this go through?
Yeah.
And they love playing the luxury tots. Whoever gets LeBron loves playing the luxury tots.
Yeah.
All right?
Could use an influx of different players. All right. Yep. LeBron's here. Look out. That's what it is.
It doesn't matter because The ticket sales is ridiculous. Even, you know what? If they were to sell out, let's go to Game 7. I want to see a Game 7
in Oakland.
I want to see bruises. I want to see blood. I want to see fight. Yeah. You know what's crazy? I've noticed this throughout the series of Thunder. Have you noticed, like, the Thunder, nobody likes them?
What do you mean?
They used to be so buddy-buddy with everybody in the league in 2012.
Okay, they were kids.
You feel me?
I need some adults. I need some grown-ups. Like, no, they go in with it.
They used to be boys with Harden, bro. They beefing with the Rockets.
They beefing with Dwight. Niggas don't like Dwight. Niggas think Dwight's pussy.
Bro. Oh, I remember in 2012, I was like, yo, everybody's so buddy-buddy. Everybody, when they come into the court, they give each other pounds. Yo, you're going to the club later.
Later, we got it.
Yo, we go
win or lose.
You feel me? Our kids meeting up, yo. We going to a marriage. Like, I'm like, yo, y'all too buddy-buddy. Like, Dwayne Wade was like a senior to these little freshmen.
Yeah, saying what up to everybody. He's saying up to everybody, B.
But now everybody's settled. Like I told you, once you get into their regular job,
they got their legs in.
And then
I don't like this nigga.
No, I don't like him. Why do I like him? Like, why am I chilling with him so much? Like, what's he? Exactly. I feel like if you've seen the Thunder's press media, anything they do, they look aggravated at every single media outlet that comes in front of their face.
Because they don't say some dumb shit. Like, yo, what are you talking about, bro?
And they're like, it's ridiculous. When they came to Westbrook's face, I think they was having a practice. They was going into Game 2, and they asked Westbrook, like, what are you gonna do to stop the Warriors? And Westbrook was in practice, and he wasn't even paying attention to the person asking him the question. He's just listening to the I swear it was either Kevin Durant or somebody literally making shots. They're like 1, 2, 3. Westbrook is literally looking at the ball going like, well, you know, the Warriors is gonna do what the Warriors gonna do.
We just gotta work out game plan. Yeah, nigga was doing that.
You know, I'm looking at it like, what? You're not even paying attention. And then
but the media after, misconstrued shit.
Exactly. Bro. But after Game 3, that's when Westbrook and Kevin Durant went and said, yo, we're not friends with anybody during this time of the year. You know, our phones are off. We don't listen to social media. And they was asking him, like, do you watch any sports channels? And it was like, what? No. You know, this is all business for us.
Period.
And I told everybody, yo, the minute players get like that mentality,
it clicks.
It's over. Yeah. It's like, I need this now.
Now let me segue into some bullshit because I remember you just spoke about business. We 26, 27 years old. You know what I'm saying? We in a stage of our life where it's like
you gotta make it or you don't.
Yeah, it's time to start. It's time to start grinding hard.
You make it
already coming. You feel
exactly.
Me? What do you see? Like, what do you see in the future of like our peers in terms of?
Look, I'll say this. Look, for the young kids that's coming up, go get your degrees now, quick. Stop playing around. Your teachers ain't lying to you. Your parents ain't lying to you. Yo, if you do not have a college degree or bachelor's, you're not finding a job out here. You know, you're not. No one takes you seriously.
At all.
On a serious note, no one takes you seriously. So you walking in with a high school diploma because you have years of experience at a certain job, they will take that college kid just coming out and pay that person the same amount of money that they were thinking about paying you. You know, because you're in the air. There's a reason why you didn't complete your degree. But there's somebody actually grinded and did that. You feel me? So they take that more into perspective than anything else.
You being a business owner, right? Yeah. You see somebody come into your place of business.
Yo, if you don't have a college degree, I'll toss you aside. Like,
period. You take the application. But
I'll take your application, but I don't take you seriously. Like, what responsibilities do you have? Like, the minute you tell me you have a kid, you have way too much responsibility. You know, the minute you don't have a kid, what are you doing with your life? You know, this it's
a gray area.
Exactly. Yeah. You know, and you need to know that gray area, especially when you're dealing with personnel, because that's I'm in the customer service. I'm in that avenue.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I'm dealing with customers and I have you all here, you're unable to talk or sell something. Like, what are you doing here?
You're wasting me money. I'm losing money. I'm paying you.
Exactly. It makes no sense at all.
Now, do you think that it's mandatory? What about these cats that want to start their own company and their own business? Do you think it's for everybody?
Look, starting your own business or idea, it all starts from an idea.
Absolutely.
So like, don't think about the money because the money is gonna come regardless. And if it's great, the amount of money that you're gonna get is unthinkable.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so just take your mind off of making money because I know the media and everybody's pushing up on you like
make the bread,
make the money.
Yeah.
The money is gonna be there. You gotta treat it like you treat men or women. Like, yo, they're gonna be there regardless.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So you don't need to go around chasing women or men here and there and left and right.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, at some point in your life, you're gonna find the right person to settle down with.
Period.
So you don't need to think about this right now.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, you need to put a foundation. You need to find your craft, your skill.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever your skill, your craft is, that's what you market. That's what you promote. That's your brand. And you build that brand, that's your name. And once you are known, your people are gonna literally
pay for your stuff. Yeah.
Exactly.
Absolutely. I agree. I feel the same way. I'm like, yo, listen, if you really think about it, if you put all your energy into something, right,
mm-hmm.
the universe is just gonna reciprocate that.
Correct.
But if you have the thought process of, you know what, I'm gonna do this because it's gonna make me this much money,
mm-hmm.
you're limiting yourself on how much money you can actually make. Because if you say, listen, I'm gonna make this much, this specific amount,
mm-hmm.
that's a threshold.
Correct.
But if you say, yo, listen, I love doing this shit right here, and I'm gonna continue to do this shit right here because I love it,
mm-hmm.
do it. And then whatever happens after that, the money that you garner from that is just all a bonus because you're already having fun doing what you wanted to do.
You know what I tell people? I tell people this. If you have a business idea, look it up first. Because somebody thought about it.
Period.
Alright?
Mm-hmm.
And if somebody thought about it, find a way to make that idea better than their idea.
Just a little bit.
If you want to go on your own and build it, build it. If not, you go to that same person who had that same idea,
mm-hmm.
and you sell them the better version of their idea.
Absolutely.
And you get paid for it and hired for it, and you make sure you manage it,
mm-hmm.
your idea.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how you get these what they like to call corporate assistants, or these board members.
Mm-hmm.
It's people that invested into somebody's idea, but they also thought another way of making that person's idea better.
Mm-hmm.
So when I see like Facebook always updating their software,
giving them that idea.
Somebody's giving them an idea.
Yeah.
When you see Google, come on, Google's a website. We all know Google's a search engine.
Now it's an operating system.
Now it's an operating system.
It's just ridiculous.
The amount of people Google is just attracting in the tech world,
mm-hmm.
it's amazing. I think people should see that as a business structure.
Mm-hmm.
Let me not hire somebody to manage my company,
mm-hmm.
but think of other possible ways to grow it.
Now, let's say you see a kid, right? Just fresh out of high school. He's just getting out of high school, just got his diploma. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And you are here to educate these kids. So you go to a group of kids that just came out of high school,
mm-hmm.
right? Men and girls and boys.
Mm-hmm.
What do you tell them?
I tell them take a first thing you do is find out what you like. Find out what you're good at. There's different programs I know on the websites that you can actually take tests and they'll tell you specific jobs
I've seen that
are good for you.
Yeah, definitely.
And you can attack those same jobs, but then if you just got your high school diploma, look at the school you graduated from.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the alumni they have, and look at what route they took to get
mm-hmm.
wherever they went.
Mm-hmm.
And
you gotta do your research.
That's the bubble you're in. Whatever school you graduated out of, 99% of the
you're gonna end up doing the same.
You're gonna be ending up doing the same thing that these people just graduated out of just are doing. Like if your school is literally, if you came out of public school and most of the public school people are in clubs and nurses, most likely you're gonna be ending up being a club or a nurse. Yeah. So jump into that avenue. If you want to be a tech person and you know nothing about the computer language,
figure it out. You better.
It's either figure it out or just don't do it. Because
you waste all the time.
That's a lot of time. Because I've seen a lot of kids come up to me like, "Yo, I'm just gonna build an app." I'm like, can you write a code?
Can you make something functional? Like literally, like a landing page for a website.
You know, like, yo, can you build a robot? Like, if you're able to, then like, I tell the kids like, yo, there's so many. I've watched on TV because I have these tech friends, and they showed me they actually built robots, these destructive robots.
Built them,
telling me like, yo, if the end of the world ever happened on next war, this is the idea of the new machinery that people. I'm looking at them like you're a stupid idiot. I mean, if it does come to that,
that's what's up.
I mean, that's what we're gonna be using. His design. I'm like, listen. At the end of the day, these are facts. People in the world is gonna need food. People in the world is gonna need clothes. People in the world is gonna need somewhere to live.
Build an industry under it.
So, real estate agent, restaurant owner, or fashion designer. Fashion designer, that avenue is literally being sucked. Sponged.
Yeah, they're squeezing every last
squeezed out of even with social media, people have online businesses.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm like, yo, that avenue is literally being sponged. I would tell somebody like, yo, if you grind really hard, you can go in the South and get a couple of acres, start a farming company and sell it locally, get more acres, get bigger, you know, start distribution. Yeah. And the crazy part about it, like, one day I was sitting on my computer and I was looking. Have you ever had bison?
Bison? Like the meat?
The meat.
Nah.
You bugging, bro.
You had bison before?
Bro, you know how much bison cost?
I could imagine to be a lot. Yo, bison, that's like a real red meat. That's real, man.
Yo, in New York State, there's only 3 restaurants allowed to sell bison.
Whoa. There's only 3 restaurants allowed
in New York State, and all 3 of those restaurants is in the city.
Word,
bro. All 3 of those restaurants. You know where bison comes from? Okay. Australia.
Oh shit, for real?
And 1 little pound of bison is like $400-$500.
How much is a fucking meal?
Yo,
Gucci on that.
Yo, your company has to be certified by New York State
to sell bison.
Bro. And mind you, there's other companies around New York City. I'm gonna tell people that do not buy bison if they do not have the certification, because that's not bison.
It's not bison.
It's not. Bullshit. I don't know what that is.
Bullshit.
It's not bison.
It's not bison. It's bullshit.
It's only and the crazy part, as soon as I looked it up, I think like 4 weeks later, the news was talking about it. Like, this lady was like, "Yo, I went to this restaurant and had bison." I was like, "What?" Yo, that restaurant was not with New York State certified for selling bison.
So they fucked up.
And when Channel 9 News went to the owner, was asking him, was like, "Yo, what are you selling? What are you selling me?" And that store owner had to kick out the lady like, "Oh, it's bison." I'm like, "Come on now.
It's not bison.
Who you lying to?
You gotta have a certificate."
You gotta have a certificate. I mean, there's only few restaurants in America allowed to sell it.
But you can build a business on that.
Yeah, you can build a business on that. You can literally open up a business, a high-end restaurant, and go to that company, ask that company for bison, go get the certificate to sell it, and you'll have a business right there. But it takes time because you gotta have a chef.
See, not a lot of people. That's what I learned about. I learned that not a lot of people want to put in that work, man. And this shit is not easy. It's not quick, bro. It's not quick.
The thing about it, you have to understand is it's literally like a baby, and it's literally the crawling, the running, the stumbling, the learning how to walk, learning how to run, learning how to jump, learning how to fly. It comes like back to back and back with that. And I always tell everybody it's like that. You know what? I tell people, there's certain movies you need to watch because they literally show you the capacity of your mind and where you're at.
Which movies put it up?
The first one would be Limitless. You have to watch
I might watch
Limitless. You know?
That's fire. That's fire.
Even though it's a drug that somebody takes, you have to see where he came from
and how he got
there.
Yeah.
You know,
it's incredible.
It's mind-boggling because no one actually sits down and think about it. Like, yo, it's a drug.
Your brain can do that.
Your brain can actually do this.
You gotta
sit down and learn how to move. Like, he took his money and invested it.
But he had that drug. Right, enhanced just a
his learning curve.
But if you can do that on your own,
exactly.
That's when you have these geniuses.
Once again, it would have took him years to reach that learning curve.
Yeah.
But it shows you, like, yo, there's a learning curve that you have to reach.
Yeah.
So you have to go. Exactly. You have to find. At the end of the day, the books you're reading is giving you the general point of view. Never the specific, what you actually need, the person. So you have to look through this information and have to go with the research of the other information and put things together.
Then apply it.
Exactly. Yeah. And build something. So if that doesn't happen, you're going to be stuck at the bottom for a long time.
And that's part of the grind. A lot of people think that grinding is, hitting the pavement. That's also grinding. But I think that the part of the grind is when you're actually sitting down and you're trying to figure out some type of shit, and really put in the effort to read through the books and find a little nugget that you can get, and then research it and then apply it. The grinding comes from every different aspect.
Facts.
Once you put all that energy into it, and then you produce something, that energy is reciprocate.
You know what? I think certain people don't realize their abilities. Because I've seen people with great math skills don't go into the financial sector, and I'll be like, yo, why not
become teachers and shit?
Like, even you don't have to go in the stock market to make money, bro. You could work for the World Bank, like you can work for the UN. Like, there's so much different avenues, so many different places you can actually go work. And if you like traveling, the UN is built everywhere.
And they
comp everything. Free flights, like
hotels,
free I'm sitting down. I'm thinking about it, like, yo, who actually get these jobs? Who actually think about going for these jobs?
I have an uncle who's my uncle's dad was a UN delegate, right? And he would literally he had a high rise in the city. He'd be good. His pops would go from here to here to here to here. But he probably for 2 months he wouldn't be home. The rest of the year, he was straight, bro.
You know what's the crazy part about it? There was this company that literally, I forgot the name of this company. A friend of mine, he just got the job. Yo, he went to Singapore twice already. I'm like, yo, Singapore, what are you doing in Singapore? He's like, yo, I'm doing this business deal. And then he went to Australia 3 times. I'm like, yo, you doing it in Australia?
He's moving.
And like, he sent me all his Instagram pictures like, yo, I'm gonna take you out, so we gotta go to he's going to the UK. I'm like, yo, when you going to London? And he was like, I'm not going to London, but I'll catch the later flight and I'll meet you there. I'm like, oh, alright. Just let me know.
It's like that.
And he was like, yo, I'll just comp it as the business trip.
Period.
And it doesn't come off my check, it just goes straight to the company's billing and they get that money back with taxes. And I was like, oh man, bro.
I think we gotta the young cats out here. We definitely gotta learn how to start our own company first of all, because you don't need to have a business. You can start your company, and you have a company under your name. It doesn't even have to make money.
Look, the crazy part about it is this: if with New York State, I think the business laws are way too easy to start a business. It's way too easy. I thought it was strict. Actually, the strictest place is Virginia and D.C. And California. That's the most strictest states I've ever seen in my life.
Because you are a tax accountant and you would know these things.
Like, yo, it's the strictest. New York State, I thought was going to be strict. It's not strict. Bro, your business could be in your apartment.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, not physically.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
but on paper, you can write, my business is located here.
That's just how it is.
And you can file it. You can get your social security for your business.
Mm-hmm.
You can have the name, and you can start literally building your business from your room.
Straight up.
And when you're able to find a location, transfer the business location from over there.
I tell the kids this, right? Because I got a couple young boys that I talk to, and I put them on to some game.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be like, yo, listen, take $240, right? Because you're gonna buy sneakers anyway, right? Take $240. Start an LLC. It only costs you $225, but the extra $15-$20 is for all the bells and whistles, the frame. You don't need it if you don't want to. Take that, right? Have any cool business thing you want, whatever. Put yourself as an employee for the company.
Of course.
Whatever money you get, put it in a business account. It don't take much. TD Bank, you can put $25 in a business account and you start the business account. All you need is your tax ID.
Exactly.
Now you have something tangible under your name that says, yo, you know what? I'm a company owner. I have a company. I own my own company. So if you get any kind of allowance or any kind of bread, you could just put it in the company name. Now you can buy stuff under the company card, and then you can tax deductible.
And the crazy part about it is, I don't think people ever think about it like that.
No.
I know this guy. He works for I think 2 jobs, and I'll be like, yo, bro, you be sleeping. There's at some points when I'm waking up, going to the corner store, grabbing something to eat, or going to a restaurant. Yo, I see him in there sleeping. He's sleeping next to his food. I'm like, bro, you good? He's like, I'm good. I'm like, damn, son, I can't be 35 doing what you doing, man. I gotta have at least one beach in another house in another state or another country somewhere I'm able to go to.
Able to move, yeah.
Cause you're in a prison. I mean, you're not in a prison physically.
In your mind.
But mentally, yo, you're in a prison.
Yeah,
the only time
you leave.
Exactly. The only time you're not at work, you're sleeping. And then when you're up, you're at work.
How does that?
So how does
that sucks?
Yo, you're gonna commit suicide if they ever let you go.
Yeah, because you don't know how to operate in the regular world, bro.
You're gonna commit suicide. So I tell everybody, like, yo, balance it out. I know a lot of people say, like, yo, I see a lot of people waking up at 12 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and they're lazy. I mean, yo, if their day starts around like 10 or 11 o'clock, their day starts at 10 or 11 o'clock.
You don't know what
just be productive.
Yeah.
You know,
use the hour that you're using.
It all boils down to, you know, your skills. Like I told you, it's
in the beginning. Yep.
You gotta have your skills. Yeah. You gotta know what you're good at because that's what people are gonna pay you on. They're gonna pay you on your skills and your knowledge.
I believe so. I believe your skills, your personality, and your knowledge. Those 3 aspects
works out.
It'll work out.
I mean, yo, if you don't have the personality, hire somebody that has it.
Word.
Hire somebody that has it.
There's people out there. That's a skill.
That's a skill.
Somebody's being hired to be forefront of your company. But I encourage any kid with $200 to go start an LLC, man. It don't take that much. And you know, if y'all need any help with accounting, yo, I'll let my man Serge, man.
Facts, man.
Yo, Serge, man, I appreciate you coming through, my dude.
Always, man.
Hopefully you come through next week, man, when the Thunder go to the finals against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Hopefully, we cross our fingers.
That's gonna be what, game 5
next week?
That's gonna be at least game 5, 3 or 4.
Yeah, you 3 or 4. Cause they gotta give us some kind of space. They can't give us too much too soon. They gotta give us some kind of space.
They're not gonna do that. What, next week is like what's the 6th?
June 6th is when the finals start, right? June 6th is June 2nd.
No, June 2nd is when it starts.
June 2nd?
Thursday? Oh yeah. We gonna be on game 1.
Yeah, we gonna be on game 1. Yo,
wow,
I appreciate you guys stopping by. Shout out to through2lives.com. Shout out to Amp Life. You guys go check them out.
Now I feel sorry for the Raptors. Just my fault for cutting you off. Now I feel sorry for them. They should have stuck out. Because they would have had this break on the finals.
Nah, it was never gonna happen. I would have stuck a Mark food.
Somebody should have got injured.
Yo, we'll hit you up next week. Peace.